just arrived on RAF Valley for the family and friends air show. Been past a couple, just going into the centre now, whereas all the other little light planes. So she, hopefully, the next thing you'll see is photos. So I think something's taken off now. Yep. Hawks. Next, so see you after.
So Paul will kick in off his display by pushing the aircraft into negative G before pulling up the first vertical manoeuvres. A good idea there of the cloud base, or nowhere near to the cloud, around about 3,000 feet at the moment. His aircraft is fitted with this smoke system. Adds some drama and theatre to the display. This aircraft, single engine, no wings, what we call tandem seat aircraft. Crew of two, one sitting behind the other. It is a turbo prop. This is in fact a jet aircraft. It does have a jet engine, but the power is never been provided by the jet flight master and the Texan. Both very important training aircraft to the Royal Air Force, generation apart, indeed 2 generations apart. But this fly past is not about the aircraft, it's about the air crew. In the back seat of the Texan is Flight Lieutenant Keith Taylor. This is on one of his final flights in the Texan as he retires from the Royal Air Force in just a few weeks' time.
No, these are Texans, Rachel. Oh, it's a Texan and a Strike Master.
Now that's got to be a very, very proud man. Combat version of a very important training aircraft that trained many generations of Royal Air Force pilots. Yes indeed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for that round of applause. I think that's a great display. As I mentioned, a very proud father nation today. From the left, the Hawk T2. Last on 25 Squadron. The aircrew learn all the key skills required to fly and operate fast jets. They get to fly. 2.5 miles of runway. No need for any heavy braking or even use of a braking parachute. Plenty of time, plenty of space to just run down the runway. Although you can't see, the aircraft will be using different sides of the runway. That's just in case there is a brake failure. Don't really want the aircraft behind getting too close to the aircraft in front in the event of something going wrong. Just spread themselves.
Oh, you've been, have you?
Just to be safe, just to be sure. Master first. So with the Texan safely down, I am expecting the next ice in just a few moments' time. This aircraft coming from RAF and the Texan from the home team taxi past. Not only a great photographic opportunity, but please give everyone a great big wave. Please show your appreciation. It's a very special three-ship display and also a wonderful, wonderful Texan fly past. And also if you look to your left-hand side, you can see running in to make its first pass is the Hawker Hunter. So again, here comes the Texan again. Grateful if you could show your appreciation. In the front seat, Flight Lieutenant James Chidention. In the back seat, Flight Lieutenant Giz Taylor. So here you can see the Jupiter in a very solid hover. Like I said, it's nice benign weather conditions at the moment. This aircraft fitted with very sophisticated flight control systems, all to ease the flying task, to enable the crew to concentrate on the mission. Immediate first aid can be given if necessary, but generally it's let's get the casualty up and out as soon as possible, away from any ongoing danger. This aircraft, in addition to the 2 crew sitting up front, can carry up to 9 people depending on the configuration. Built by Airbus, and indeed is marketed for passenger transport, as a corporate transport, and medical services, as well as the search and rescue and utility roles. The angled at 90 degrees, but as you can see on this aircraft it has a different design. This is called a fenestrine. instead of being 2-bladed, 3-bladed or 4-bladed, is in fact 16-bladed unducted fan, less noise, more power and more robust, especially when operating at tree top height. So you can see the coordination involved here, see the crewman, see the feet working. Again, that's all part of maintaining stability. I think we found somebody, we have indeed found somebody having a little sleep. You can see the arm signals, communication vital between ground and air. Casualty being connected up to a harness, quick assessment made of any injuries. Once again, up we go. So what you're now seeing is a very common technique. The aircraft is actually lowering itself towards the casualty at the same time as the casualty is gently being lifted. This is all down against stability. We really don't want the crew and the casualty on the end of that cable swinging around too much. So you can see the helicopter has done nearly all the work here. It's descended nearly all the way down. Now comes the tricky bit, getting in through the door. Again, a team effort is required here. Stand on the skid. One inside pulls, the one outside pushes. Casualty on board, crewman on board. Once safely in, strapped to a seat or to a stretcher, the helicopter can then depart.
This is a little section of the air show. There was a big snake in there, which I avoided. There's Jessica over there. Alright. So, little plane, I can't see him. Oh, up there. We're just going, there are some classic cars in the middle. It's one of them, Shelby. I think it's the Bullet, the new version of the Bullet. So, some stalls, some charity stalls and whatnot. Mountain rescue services. Up here is I don't know if it's a real red arrow. be one of the older ones. Lots of catering. So we've just been to the Monster where they're giving out cans of Monster. So they're free. So more likely going to get some more after. But there's a, don't know if it's a real red arrow or it's a sure if this is one of the prop ones or it's a demonstration one. So it's because the red arrows are not here today. Jessica's gone over to the licensed products of the red arrows. Lots of Volkswagens. As I was saying, I wonder if I don't know if you can actually hear me, but I think it is Tesla's. I think it might have gone. Is that a Lotus? Not sure if it's a Lotus Carlton. Porsche Boxsters. It's a McLaren.
If he gets locked in insurance, it'd be the slowest. It'd be the slowest this has ever been.
600 LT. It's not the Lando.
They're in the garage ready to go. The problem is, there's a mass supply issue.
Oh, that's it.
Car, that's balance. I think there's no money
all the Porsches, 911s, the Boxsters. I think that's a Boxster. 911 Carrera S. That's the shape I always liked. Proper. I think they used to rally these Porsches.
Some are also named after famous pilots such as Terence Bullock.
Oh, the Hawks over there.
Named for specific reasons,
Organ three-wheeler.
either to do with RAF Falcons or the search, rescue and maritime role, dating all the way back.
see the bullet. So I think it's a Shelby bullet. It's Morgan's. Bullet version. Nice. Evolution 5. And that's T. RS, I should say. Fiesta. Or is it the Rabbit? Why would it be a Rabbit? Because these are Fords. Yeah, it's a festive. VR. It's one for me dad, are you? Cool engine. So that's RS 2000. RS, I think the anti-bev used to have one of these. There's the Mark 1 and then Mark 2 Fiesta. And I don't know what that one is over there. It's 14. That's the one. There you go, there's the cars. Right, I've actually lost the others. So when I find them, see what Jessica's managed to get. Jessica has been to the Biffa, the bin wagon, and I think she's got a high vis. Rachel's got a bag. Two dogs. Let's go with the Biffa high vis. It's random.
What it is, yes, yes. This is excellent. Right, we're in the midway of the air show. Just seen either a Spitfire or a Hurricane going past. There's quite a few planes. The not the Tornadoes, what they called Eurofighters. I've just taken off about 10 minutes ago. So it's getting a little bit windier now. Jessica's
Andrew bought this for me.
What was it? It's a Red Arrows keychain bear thing. Looks, you used to have one of them jumpsuits it's wearing.
But I got
Yeah, it's too small for you. So we, yeah, you got stylising a Biffa high-vis jacket and a bag from the bin men. So, yeah, you got to. Did you press the horn or something? No. Well, hey ho. But yeah, we shall carry on and see you in a bit. Bye.
With our cousins at the National Police Air Service, NPAS.
It's a drone that's going up.
And whilst they provide
I
around
have actually seen
120
it
hours of flight support for
where I
North
used to
Wales,
live. They used to have it over the houses.
They also fly for the Northwest region. We're flying over 900 sorties across the force area each year. 40% of those are for missing and vulnerable people.
Where is he now?
And so that actually, in reality, becomes life-saving work. So last year I did say that the commentary will be mostly from me, but I've got Andy here with me in the commentary box, and I don't want to steal his thunder. So Andy, please, any questions, jump in.
Well, and as you said, it's great to, again, welcome you back to Royal Air Force Valley. We are celebrating aviation in its many different forms. And first of all, probably should say, generally, don't fly a drone near an airfield. It's one of those big no-nos.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. We have to, as an aviation unit, have to have an aviation mindset. We're flying aircraft like this one up to 9 kilograms in the same airspace as helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft.
Show you how high he's going.
But if you are an amateur or professional flyer with drones, you need to be very, very aware of where you're flying and how you're flying. But let's turn our attention now to PC Dave Parry, who is flying the M300 aircraft for our display today. He's just going to fly across the crowd line and just fly sideways, and feel free if you want to wave as the aircraft passes in front. The camera on this aircraft is absolutely incredible. For those of you who know North Wales, if you were standing in Holywell, you would be amazed to hear that the camera that we have on here is able to reach as far as the Liver building, and we were able to read the time on the clock in the Liver building in Liverpool from Holywell, not from here. There's a lady in front of me here looking completely aghast. But in operational terms, the way this becomes incredibly useful is if we were standing off at 500 metres or even a kilometre from a missing person, we could focus in on that person to such detail that we'll be able to describe the clothing that they're wearing, or in very good conditions, if we're a little bit closer, get a good identification on their face. So if we're looking for a missing person, for example, we'd be able to confirm their identification and direct police officers in to actually intercept. Not only missing people, of course, but also suspects, people who've maybe done something that they shouldn't have done, and that we need to track them down and find them. Now, Dave is flying the
French Air and Space Force. Again, please give them an absolute massive RAF Valley welcome. All others are in the special display. It's great to welcome so many personnel and aircraft from the Army de l'Air. So I think you can see the family resemblance to the
Smoke cannons have just been lit on the ground to give them extra wind information as they come in. Eyes on the sky, people.
Gone.
30 seconds, still drop. 30 seconds. And there they go. You can just see the team coach now dropping out of the aircraft and his parachute starting to inflate. This is your 2023 Royal Air Force Falcons parachute display team. Give me a big cheer, ladies and gentlemen. And that is 8 good canopies from the RAF Falcons. The red smoke trailing from their legs is created, as I said, by the smoke canisters attached to their boots, which they activate inside the aircraft just before jumping. For 2023, the team have been working on a dynamic routine over the winter months, and we hope you enjoy this visual spectacle as much as the Falcons enjoy flying it. At the moment, they're just building into a snake formation, with one parachutist behind the other, by turning 180 degrees, back up the jump run to collect everybody. Once the coach is happy with their position, they will now make a turn into the carousel. As you can probably tell, ladies and gentlemen, it is challenging flying, especially when you've got smoke blowing in your face. That's them turning onto their crosswind leg, preparing to land now. As I say, this low show goes straight into the snake formation. You'll be looking out for them breaking up into 2 groups to land. You can really see the challenge that they're facing today with the wind. And here they come, ladies and gentlemen, the RAF Falcons 2023 parachute display team. On your right we have Flight Sergeant Liam Lyons, team coach, and on your left Sergeant Gilwar. Following them, we've got the OC, Flight Lieutenant Mike Reeve, and Corporal James Finch. Behind them, Sergeant Coleman Moffat. And you'll notice we've got 2 more team members in the sky, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a big round of applause as they come in. Sergeant Lynch there with the Union flag flying behind him, and bringing up the rear, Sergeant Appleby with the RAF ensign. As they come into the landing area, they'll be collapsing their parachutes and getting de-kitted for the lineup. You will soon meet the team on the ground. We've got about 1 minute now until the official lineup and the salute as they just get de-kitted there. As I say, during this time, the Falcons will be collapsing their parachutes and making them safe so they don't blow away, and also deactivating the smoke canisters, or separating the smoke canisters. They set them off from the aircraft and they get really hot really quickly. We certainly don't want any burnt parachutes, so they're going to be set aside in a safe location for the survival equipment specialists to look after. They're just getting set up for the final lineup now. And here they go. And taking the salute is the Drop Zone Safety Officer, Flight Lieutenant Jen Littler, from the Station Commander of RAF Valley. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Correction, it is the OC of the Falcons, sorry. It's Flight Lieutenant Mike Reed taking the salute there. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been my privilege to commentate for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Big cheers to the RAF Falcons. If you stand around just behind the Jupiter helicopter is where their van is parked. You should be able to meet the team afterwards. If you have any questions, or if anyone's interested in finding out more about the RAF Falcons. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was absolutely delightful, and believe me, with probably just a couple of feet to spare, the team managed to make the minima and perform that great descent forward. So again, our thanks to the Falcons for a great team effort as ever. Reporting day. Despite being classed as a Warsaw packed aircraft, in the way that the MiG-29, the Volt Group, this aircraft was never given one of those reporting days. Flew for the first time, 4th of November.
The Albatross.
So as the Albatross taxis in, if you look to your right hand side, you can see the very high intakes on this aircraft. We call them shoulder. They are positioned very high up.
That's the one I saw coming in.
This aircraft, a carrier-based attack aircraft, dating from the Second World War. First into the air from Fairey Aviation's Great Western Aerodrome in April 1934. That airfield is now Heathrow Airport. Entered service in 1936 with the Royal Navy. And I think it's fair to say this is a fairly archaic looking aircraft. Indeed, it was almost out of date before it entered service. However, it went on to have the most distinguished of service histories during the Second World War. Other aircraft, more modern aircraft, were introduced and went out of service. When String Bag, as it was affectionately known, the Swordfish, stayed in service throughout the war. Key to its success, as you can see, is largely this low-speed handling capability, which also gives it this incredible manoeuvrability. Capable of a top speed of just around about 80 knots. That landed on a carrier, an aircraft carrier that may already be doing 20-30 knots into wind. The Swordfish almost hovered down onto the deck. In combat, that slow speed was actually something of an advantage. Very difficult for a faster fighter to actually keep this aircraft in its sights for any period of time. The aircraft could be armed with bombs, depth charges, Very often, as you can see from this aircraft, it was armed with a single 18-inch torpedo. During the Second World War, the Swordfish accounted for the sinking of over 300,000 tons of enemy shipping, more than any other Allied aircraft type. Swordfish were credited with sinking 29 U-boats during the Second World War, and also took part in many classic operations. On the 11th of November 1940, Swordfish from the carriers HMS Eagle and Illustrious sank and damaged most of the Italian naval fleet in Taranto harbour. The Fleet Air Arm to this very day still celebrate Taranto night. And in May 1941, Swordfish attacked the German battleship Bismarck, achieving 2 hits with torpedoes, one of which damaged the stern of the German battleship, which rendered it largely immovable, which enabled the rest of the British fleet to catch up and to sink that aircraft, that battleship. So just imagine a huge battleship, the Bismarck, being attacked by these aircraft, the brave, the most brave of the brave. So you can see into it, the aircraft almost hovers. Incredible performance. Typically on a torpedo run, the torpedo would be dropped from 25 feet above the sea at the speed of just 50 knots, about 800 yards from the target. Usually the aircraft had a crew of 3, but it's only the pilot that has a seat. The other 2 having to stand. The wireless operator and the rear gunner having to stand. It's a big plane. The Fleet Air Arm will rightly forever remember the 6 Swordfish marked by Lieutenant Commander Eugene Esmond, which were all destroyed while attempting to prevent the escape of 3 German battleships, the Eisenhower, the Scharnhorst and the Kriegshausen, through the English Channel in the infamous Channel Dash for the 12th of February 1942. Only 5 of the 18 crew members survived the mission. Lieutenant Commander Eugene Esmond was posthumously awarded the Victoria Cross.
The ice cream van is on the site.
This particular aircraft is a Swordfish Mark II, Whiskey 5856, the oldest surviving fairy Swordfish, built in 1941 by the Blackburn Aircraft Company. Although designed by the Fairy Aircraft Company, many were built by Blackburn, often nicknamed Blackfish as a consequence. Sadly, a lot of the service history of this aircraft was lost. Certainly known that in March 1944 suffered a crash landing and the aircraft was nearly written off. Unfortunately, it was repaired. Here we have the waggle. Please wave back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Swordfish currently in the markings of an aircraft, number 820 Naval Air Squadron, the squadron that actually carried out the attack on the battleship Bismarck back in 1941. What a great display. Certainly, we have some variety for you this afternoon. To see such a large biplane in the air, such a history, and also with that nice breeze we've got today.
Camels, something like that. Well, as you can see from this, it's very, very different. And as you can see, the crew are indeed flying the white ensign, the flag of the Royal Navy. Please cheer, please wave, please jump up and down. Please show your appreciation. Mighty aircraft, mighty display. And you can see if you're in the rear cockpit, you do stand. That's a hell of a way to go to war. Ensign lowered, I think I probably should have saluted at that point. And now the aircraft, I think, just holding before taxiing in. So just as we wait for the Swordfish to taxiing and the next item to come out, I'm afraid I do have some bad news. I have just heard from the flying display director that the Typhoon is cancelled this afternoon. He's currently at Blackpool. It has had a number of technical issues throughout the afternoon which they have been unable to fix. I know that exactly what that feels like. I join you in the disappointment in that. We're all looking forward to Typhoon closing the show, but unfortunately that will not happen this afternoon. So the next display item, which will be the Spitfire, will be the last item we have on the flying programme. Very sorry to have to relay that news. They have been trying all afternoon, leaving it to the very last minute to try everything possible to get the aircraft airworthy, airborne and across to us. But unfortunately they've had to admit defeat, so the Typhoon will not be displaying for us this afternoon. In all, over 20 barrels of Spitfires were built. Mark 1 by the Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, rated at just over 1,000 horsepower, all the way up to the Mark 24, powered by the Rolls-Royce Griffon. Engine rated at 2,350 horsepower, over double the power, all essentially in the same airframe.
Don't be long, Rachel.
So now to close the show, please look over your right shoulder to start its display. This is the Spitfire Mark 19. This is a Mark 19, to be more precise, it's a PR Mark 19, PR standing for photographic reconnaissance. This Mark of Spitfire was unarmed. It carried cameras. Cameras that look sideways, cameras that look down. aptitude and pilot skill in order to survive combat. It's capable of a top speed of 450, 460 miles per hour. The Harmon team often operated at very high level, often at very low level as well, below treetop line. Both the airframe and the pilot are ex-Royal Air Force Battle and Memorial Flight.
We've just come back from the air show at RAF Valley.
I got lots of things.
You got lots of free stuff, didn't you?
I went in an ambulance.
You went in an ambulance right at the end because, yeah. Unfortunately, the planes that didn't turn up, the Eurofighters.
Yeah, because they
were ill. They'd come back from because it was Blackpool Air Show as well. Something had happened, so quite a few weren't going. But I think the Spitfire was all right. Oh God, there's Rachel in the caravan being weird.
Yeah.
So right,
we saw a dog like Sky.
did we? Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah,
In
lots of dogs.
the guide dog
Guide dog.
display. So yeah, we shall see you again. Look at that silly woman in the back. She's a silly woman, isn't she?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. I can't. I was going to zoom in, but hey ho. Right. Off we go. See you again. Starting to rain. Bye.